What's up, Ready Up Live? Green Skull here to walk you through the Halo 2 skulls. These are tricky. A lot of them are very, very difficult, and for the most part, you need to play on Legendary. So, I'll mention if you don't, but to be safe, play on Legendary, because there's only like 2 that don't need Legendary. So, number 1, that's just wrong skull. This is on the Armory, and all you have to do is wait. Wait for Johnson to finish talking. So, he's going to invite you into the elevator, and he'll continue trying to coax you to join him. But what you have to do is just stand your ground, hold firm, do not join him in that elevator until he says, please.
Get on the lift, Chief. We're gonna be late. I don't want to keep the brass waiting, Chief. Fine. You can tell Lord Hood why we're late. Get your shiny green posterior on this elevator. Would it help if I said please?
Now the skull is activated and you can join Johnson in the elevator.
Tell me how you made it back home in one piece.
Sorry, Guns. It's classified.
My ass! Well, you can forget about those adjustments to your A2 scope.
Well, he's in a particularly fine mood. Maybe Lord Hood didn't give him...
So now all you have to do is get into this tram thing with Johnson and get near the window. It's not that side, it is this side. It's the direction the tram goes. If you look over there very closely, there is a skull sitting on that box over there. So you got to get close to the wall so you're able to grab it and get ready to hold your use key, your pickup button. In my case, it's the right bumper because I play with Recon. Might be X for you, whatever you use. So right now I'm holding the right bumper so that as soon as this skull comes, I'll pick it up. Bam. Skull number 1 complete. Next skull is Cairo Station Thunderstorm. Once you get to this atrium area, you need to jump up on top of these pipe things here. You just got to get up high. I'm using the Scarab skull, so that's why you see this, just to make things easier. You can honestly use that. I recommend it in all of these cases, so you can get through the level a lot easier, just blowing everybody up with quick shots. So you just got to carefully jump up here. You can use a grenade jump if you really want to, but it's not too tricky of a jump. And it's actually underneath this garbage can here. So go up to it. Again, hold the use key, and it's yours. Thunderstorm. You get an achievement for that, too. All these do. Next up is Blind. This is one of the most classic skulls in the sense that everybody got it. Everybody knows about it. This is easy peasy. So right off the bat, all you gotta do is come in here, jump on top of this light, jump up here, and it's down this hallway. Seriously, that easy. You're gonna not like the rest of the skulls after doing this one, because this one is, hey, maybe you'll get this achievement, not the other ones. But there you go. That's the Blind skull. Let's move on to the hardest skull in the entire game. I would have been your daddy. Now, before we watch this video, this is very, very difficult. You need to hit 7 checkpoints, and it only works 1/7 of the time. I did this so many times to find out, and yeah, it rarely worked. You'll get to the end point and there will be no skull there. So follow what I do exactly. And if there's no skull there, restart. Do it again. Yeah, it's that annoying. So step 1, you want to stand in front of this doorway until you get a checkpoint. Checkpoint done. Jump up on top of this light like you're going to get the Blind skull. Turn around, jump across this gap, and crouch jump up onto this. Now you gotta leap across, head over here. So again, follow exactly where I'm going. The exact placement, for the most part, isn't as important as long as you're following my steps pretty closely. So you want to jump up here, and now start crouching. Crouch walk from this corner all the way to the other corner. Don't do this standing, it won't work as well. So crouch to here, and you'll get another checkpoint. This pelican will fly in and drop Johnson off. What I recommend doing is not shooting anybody for now, until then. So wait till the pelican drops in, and wait till you hear Sergeant Johnson say, "Ma'am." When he says that, it's activated. You can feel free to shoot some of those jackals. I've had it work either way. So watch him. He'll salute you and say he's good or whatever. And sometimes he'll run in a circle like this. He just kind of runs back and forth, trying to figure out what he's doing. But he will eventually get back inside that pelican. Just keep an eye on him. See what he's doing. And once he's back in, you get another checkpoint and you're free to go. So don't move until you get those checkpoints. Stay put in that spot until you get both those checkpoints. Now, you can do a grenade jump here or a smooth crouch jump like I just did. And head to where I'm heading here and look down at a dead Marine. Look at him and you'll get another checkpoint. You might need to wait a second, but just keep looking at that Marine until you get another checkpoint. So there's one more checkpoint. Follow this path until you see this broken road on the side here. You can jump on this road if you want. You don't have to. I just kind of do it out of habit. It's a lot easier. And then Jump down through the crack here, and now wait for a checkpoint. Sometimes you're gonna not be very lucky and not have a checkpoint, and that'll kind of screw everything over. So what you can do is kill some of the Covenant up ahead, and that will trigger a checkpoint. So see, I'm running around here desperately looking for this checkpoint. It's not happening. I need it. This isn't going to work without this checkpoint. So again, this might happen to you too. I just want to show you exactly what could go wrong, but still kind of right. But the funny thing about this skull is that sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, sometimes different checkpoints work, sometimes they don't. So in this case, in this particular case where I actually made it work, I didn't get a checkpoint here. Every other time I got it, I did get a checkpoint here. So don't be afraid to keep going. Don't give up on it, because it might just spawn. Might as well go through with it. So now I'm going to run to this box, ignore the guys, jump out. Careful, there will be a sniper here. So if you have the Envy skull, you'll be a lot better off, because he won't be able to snipe you. And you got to jump down here and head into this little building. And if you're lucky, you get one more checkpoint and a skull will spawn. Now, do not pick up the skull. As soon as you do and you die, it's over. It will not be there anymore. So what you want to do now is find yourself a checkpoint, because then you can keep trying this over and over, because you will probably need to. So what I did is I just moved ahead. Moved through Hotel Zanzibar. There is a checkpoint there. And here's my route back. Now that I'm guaranteed a checkpoint, it's a little bit of a ways away. I tried to find one closer, but unfortunately nothing was triggering. And I knew Hotel Zanzibar did have one, so I just run all the way back here. There's probably quite a few ways to get back up, but this is just my quick way. Just jumping across some rooftops, getting all the way back up. There was many times here where I did die, and I just had to make this run again, run all the way back and give it another shot. But you do want that checkpoint. I learned way too late to get a checkpoint, because it's really hard. 1 out of 7, you probably won't get it. So pick it up, and you're in for a fight. This is a lot easier with this Scarab skull, because you're about to fight 7 waves. A lot of 7s, 7 waves of Covenant. This is the hole I like to sit in. I like to hide in here, and what you want to do is shoot on the right and left of this middle pillar. So you see, that's the only ways they will come at me, is where I'm looking right now and to my left, on that face of the pillar over there, right where I'm looking right now. Those are the only ways. So if nothing happens, you don't see anybody coming, there will be a guy hiding back there where I'm looking right now. So you might need to run back there. You'll see me do it a few times. I'm going to run back there and just take a peek, right? And Envy is also very useful in case, you know, you're reloading, you're doing something, you just want to make sure they can't see you, because they will kill you very, very fast. But again, if you are using the Scarab skull, be very careful. That box right there, for instance, can fly into you and kill you. You can kill yourself if you shoot too close. It's a very, very deadly thing. But also be sure not to run too... like that. There you go. That's what it looks like if you die. So let's give this another shot. This is what it looks like when you do succeed. So again, I'm learned my lesson now. That box just got in my way. You're going to not have much luck if that thing does fly near you. And you can switch between Classic and Remastered to see what you like. I noticed Classic has a little less particles, so it doesn't really get in the way as much. So that's up to you, whatever you want to do. So again, there's the guy hiding back there. Sometimes they'll just be back there and you can just turn the corner and kill him. Sometimes turn invisible so he won't be able to shoot you first. And now what I do is I shoot this wall. Shoot that wall, because it will kill anybody coming to you from the left. It'll cause a big enough explosion that they will not be able to cross the wall. So between shooting that wall and shooting to the right over here, they're not going to get you. They're not going to get to you. Now we wait. Also, keep an eye on your radar. Definitely help you out, know when they're coming, and just keep firing. Hopefully you save your ammo. You should be okay. I mean, it is a plasma pistol. You can luck out, and sometimes you'll get thrown another weapon, but I find I don't even need one, because everything else is a little more erratic than this plasma pistol. Plasma pistol seems to be pretty effective in just keeping relatively accurate. So again, some guy will be back here. Whenever they don't spawn, there's usually a guy standing back there. But this little hallway is the most effective method that I did find. I tried a lot of places, but they would spawn behind me and stuff. But don't walk too far backwards, or you may teleport, and it would be really bad. I don't want that energy sword. That's not going to help me. For everybody wondering, that the Scarab skull does nothing with an energy sword. It's useless. A few more waves here. They're just going to keep coming. As long as you keep firing these 2 areas, they will not be able to get past you. They aren't spawning anywhere else. This is how you take him out. The Scarab skull is insanely useful. I'm so glad we have it, because I could not do this without a Scarab skull. I'll admit it. I'm not good enough. It would be really, really, really hard. So there's the last guy over here, I think. And you get a flash, and your achievement will pop up. You've successfully completed. I would have been your daddy. Rejoice, because there's nothing harder than that. Next up, we have Metropolis Catch Skull. All you have to do is go to this area where there's a lot of snipers here, there's ghosts flying around, and there's that one sniper that you sneak up on and you hit him in the back. But all you need to do is come over here. You probably want to have the Sputnik skull enabled to be able to climb this. A few of these definitely, it'll aid you if you have the Sputnik skull. In general, if you're ever doing, honestly, I have it enabled almost always because it can really help you out in speedrunning and stuff. So see, I want to climb this, but I can't. You need to give yourself a little bit of a boost with a grenade. Try crouching and looking down. This would be a very effective way to stick a frag under your foot. Once you land up here, just run it. If you go to classic mode, you can see a little better what you're standing on, so that might be, if you're afraid of falling, that might help you out. And then simply go to the left. Go to the left and hug this platform. At the very end of it, you will find your skull. Arbiter Grunt Birthday Party. It's another very classic one, very famous one. You simply want to get to this point where you get in the Heretic Banshee and fly downwards. Now, you got to be relatively close for these to see them. The grunts and the skull aren't really, their draw distance isn't very good, so it's right where I'm at right here. Just fly straight down, and he's underneath, all these guys, they're underneath, having a little party, Grunt Birthday Party, underneath this bridge thing, so. Head on up in between them, the skull is right, they're dancing around it, have a little ceremony, and pick it up, and you will get yourself one more achievement added to the collection. On the Oracle, this is the same area you find the terminal, if you saw a terminal video. You simply got to go across to the other side where the glass panes are over there. And you could probably use a grenade jump if you want, but there's still guys on me, so this is one way to do it. Just kind of stand on this spike and make a leap to here, and then you just want to turn left, and you'll see all these twitching, creepy flood bodies on the ground. I just want to observe them for a second. That is a terrifying image right there. And right between them is the Famine skull. You pick it up, and they won't hurt you. I thought they would get up and attack me, but no, I'm okay. Don't worry about it. You're good. Not a worry. So there's that achievement. Keep it going. Delta Halo Envy. Once you reach this open ruin area, you just want to head to your left and go all the way to the end. There's this little block that seems to block a small entrance, and you want to get on top of that and start doing a few jumps. So this is the block. You can jump up to a ledge, jump up to another ledge, and then just do a mini grenade jump, and you can see some invisible elites dancing up there. There's a lot of always interesting elites and Covenant guys dancing around your skulls you get. So here it is. This is the Envy skull. Back in Halo 2, it would have been great to grab this and make yourself turn invisible. Speedrunners use this a lot. I learned that recently, actually, which is cool, from Mr. Monopoly. So there you go. Next skull. Next up, we have Assassins on Regret. This is after the first gondola ride. You just run inside. There's this block. You simply jump up to the next area. This is where all the gunners were. And just follow my steps here. You just want to get on top of the structure. It's a pretty easy jump. And then just run around it. Run to the right. Keep going. Drop down. It's kind of on the back side of it. So just all the way back here, and you look down, and you will see two glowing swords of invisible elites dancing in front of a skull. This is your assassin skull on Regret. For the Mythic Skull on Sacred Icon, get a little further in the level once you see the fog from the flood. There's these boxes here. You want to jump on top of them, and there's these 3 tubes, and it's the far left tube of them. You see it floating in there. There's your Mythic Skull. Another achievement. Almost there. Quarantine Zone Sputnik. This and Blind are the easiest skulls in the game. So simply turn around right at the start of the mission and go through this cave. This is one that I'm glad was easy back in the day because you had to get it. You couldn't just toggle them in the original Halo 2. So we had to go get Sputnik if we ever wanted to do glitches and get outside of levels and stuff. So we would always just come back here, turn around, quickly pick up Sputnik, and then go have some fun. So simply run along this platform thing, and the skull is just floating at the very end of it. This is the Sputnik skull. Hold your button to pick it up, and you get another achievement. The Anger Skull on Gravemind is in the exact same place as the Cortana plushie on Gravemind, if you guys saw the plushie video. So you simply got to get on top of this area. There's a few ways to do it. I'm just going to jump up over here. Again, anyway, you can grenade jump, you can climb rocks, however you want to get on top of the outside ring structure. So this is what I'm doing. This is arguably the easiest way to do it. Just climb up, jump to it, and walk on over there. So again, there is a plushie over there, and floating on top of it, you'll find the skull. But there's also an enemy. You have a goalie over here. There's an invisible grunt who shoots these at you, shoots some fuel rods at you, so take him out. I thought he was going to stop, but he didn't, and he kind of kept going. So Scarab gun, thank you. I love the Scarab skull. It's very useful for things like this. So plushie's right on the ground there. Kind of hard to see. It's just dark over here for some reason. And just jump up on over it, however you want to do that. And that is your anger skull. One more achievement in the book. On Uprising, you get the ghost skull. You get near the end of the level here, and you're in this open area with the wraiths and stuff, and there's this armory between these doors. So you see this armory, there's a bunch of weapons in here. This is the armory you want to be at. And now in this room, you just got to get on top of it. You got to get on top of these rafters. So you want to grenade jump. Be careful. If you hit too high, it's kind of tricky to stick the landing. So this is where it is. It's hanging out over here on top of this light. On High Charity, you get into this big, extravagant room. This is the second final area. It's the final grav lift. You go up the grav lift and you'll see it floating in it. So as you're going up this grav lift, hold your use button and you will pick up the skull. A fairly easy one, except for the fact that you got to get to pretty much the end of the level. There's no reason to not finish the level at this point. So Scarab skull will definitely help you out getting here. And that was actually the last one I picked up. That's why I got that achievement. The Black Eye Skull in Great Journey takes a bit of walking. So what you want to do is land on this end structure. So the very end of the mission, you take the Banshee and you want to get up on the hills. However you want to do it, this is a very quick way. Don't fly too up there, otherwise you might get launched off. So just be careful how you land. And you don't need your Banshee again, you're done anyway, so feel free to ditch it. What you just want to do is run to the back. I'm going to speed it up a little bit here until you get to this very back ramp. And simply climb it. If you jump, it goes a lot quicker, but it's at the top, sitting in the middle. Just run on up. Again, jumping does speed you up a little bit. It almost looks like you can't climb it, but you can. You'll make it happen. And just floating on up here, just hanging out. There is your final skull, Black Eye. You've now collected all of the Halo 2 skulls. You are a winner. You are a winner in my books. And just a wonderful person, really. So if you like this video and this helped you out, absolutely hit that like button. This took me a while. I've never actually got a lot of these skulls back in the day. So this is a very awesome reason. Achievements, you know, they made me do it. They made me go get this stuff. So thanks, Xbox One. It's pretty awesome to pick all this stuff up. So hopefully this helped you out. Subscribe if you guys aren't already. Much appreciated. And check out all my other guides and Halo content. I'll see you guys next video. And it is in the third one. Right in here. There you go. Another plushie. You have earned it. Good job. You have won.